Hello again and welcome back to the PhatPhish Guitar Studio. I'm Dave, and in this video I'm going to take a break from doing guitar lessons and music theory and gear demos and all that sort of stuff, and I want to talk about live music just for a bit. It's a bit of a rant video. I don't generally like doing rant videos, just this is something that's been bugging me a bit, and I thought I'd spend a bit of time at just making a quick video. So I'm going to start off by showing you a photograph. This is a photograph I snapped at a gig that I was at on the weekend just gone, on Saturday night gig at the Utilita Arena in Newcastle upon Tyne. For those of you who don't know, Newcastle upon Tyne, northeast of England, used to be my hometown. I moved out a good many years ago, but it's still like the nearest big city to me. And the Utilita Arena is pretty much the biggest venue. So if you get a big gig going on, generally it'll be at the arena. Capacity, I think, is about 10,000, maybe it's 12,000 people. I really should have researched that. I know it's a lot. I'll look it up and put the number in when I edit this video. Now, you might think this photograph this is before the gig, this is people coming in. It's the place looks half empty. It's not. This is from a part of the gig during the first band, and it's about halfway through their set. And the arena, they put the house lights on, and I just thought I'm going to take a photograph to show you what's going on, because the concert going experience was absolutely shocking. We went to see, it was a triple header. It was Whitesnake were headlining as part of their farewell tour, Foreigner, an excellent band. If you get a chance to see them live, I recommend you do, and Europe. Now, for me, for all it was Whitesnake were the headliners, in order of interest, I really wanted to see Europe. I've seen them live before. They are an excellent band. Foreigner I was quite interested in. Whitesnake, to be honest, I was a bit lukewarm. I knew there'd be a good gig. They got Red Beach playing guitar for them, who was awesome. But really, for me, the main draw was Europe. The running order for the night was Europe were the first band on the stage. They were going to be on stage at 6:45 in the evening. Doors open 6 p.m. Now, given the size of the arena, I thought that's quite optimistic that they can get all those people through the doors in 3/4 of an hour. But hey, you know, these people are organising it. They put out the schedule. They must know what they're doing. So we turned up, and plenty of time to get in, and there was a huge queue. The queue was around the block and up to the main road, and just not moving. And then it moved a little bit, and then it stopped, and then it moved a little bit, and it stopped. And basically they were letting people through in tiny groups into another huge queue that went up and down the length of the building on the outside, taking people through metal detectors and really drip feeding people into the building. So we were stood outside and looking at our watches thinking, you know, we're not going to get in here. We're not going to get in here. They're going to have to change the schedule. They're going to have to put the gig back because people just aren't getting in. And then right on cue at 6:45, outside, we could hear the muffled tones of a band playing live rock music indoors, and we couldn't get in. We were still in the queue. It took us about probably another 20 minutes, half an hour to get along the queue through the metal detectors and all that stuff and into the concert. Now, I don't like the fact that we have to have that level of security, but I understand why it happens. There's been dreadful things happen at concerts. See, I'm thinking that the Ariana Grande concert in Manchester a few years ago when the bomb went off. Yeah, if we need that level of security, then so be it. But the venues need to be able to cope with that. Because as we were queuing, I heard one of the stewards saying, you know, they had stewards outside marshalling people around the crowd. They were along the queues. And heard one of the stewards say, no, this is standard procedure. When we have a big event, we have the metal detectors, we queue people up, we let them through in dribs and drabs. And to me, that's not acceptable. If they know, they do this regularly, they know how long it takes to get that many people into the arena. They've got to start opening the doors sooner. Otherwise, people who have paid good money to see a band, you know, like for me and my friend who I was with, we wanted to see Europe. We only saw probably half of their set because we were delayed in getting in. Now, I was particularly irked in this case because of the delay. We didn't get to see all of the set of the band that particularly wanted to see. You know, both me and the friend I was with, big Europe fans, we wanted to see Europe. But this wasn't an isolated incident. A couple of weeks previously, we'd been at a gig at another venue in Newcastle. Went to see Keith Urban. It was an excellent show. But again, there was queues to get in. And I think we got in with about 10 minutes to spare before the show started. Far tighter than you would believe from given the time that they said that the doors opened. And, you know, for when we arrived, we should have been in long before, but they were very, very slow in letting people in. And that experience has kind of really tarnished for me the idea of getting back to gigs. I've had over 2 years of not going to gigs. You know, I've had so many concerts in the calendar that were cancelled because of COVID, and then just as things are starting to get moving again, gigs are getting postponed because of travel restrictions in some cases, or band or road crew are getting sick and then they're having to cancel huge sections of the tour. So it's only recently I've got back into going to gigs, and the past two, it was just a really unpleasant experience. And to me, if the arena industry and the concert venue industry wants to kind of recover from the problems that it's had in the past few years, it's got to do a better job. If they know that they want all this enhanced security, they've got to allow time for people to get in and enjoy the concert experience. Because talking to my friend after that gig, you know, I was saying, to be honest, if that's the concert going experience now, I'm not really sure if I'm as keen on going as I might be. If it was some concert I might be been a little bit on the fence about going to see, to be honest, I might just give it a miss. And as well as that, it's very disrespectful to the band. So if you imagine you're in a band and you've sold tickets, you know you're going to a sellout venue. Okay, if you're the first band on the bill, you're not expecting the place to be packed to the rafters, but you expect it to be more than half full. If you walk out on stage and you're looking out and so many empty seats and half the floor area is empty, it's just disrespectful to the band to not let people in on time, or not to push the timings back to allow people to come in, allow the fans to experience the gig, and allow the band to reach the audience. Because not only are the venue taking a cut of the ticket money, you know, from the punters, you know, from me and you when we buy concert tickets, but that's money that's not going to the band. So indirectly, the band are paying the venue through the ticket prices, as well as you know whatever things they pay to the venue to be able to play the gig there, and then to be, if you like, actively denied access to the fans. I just think that's really, really shabby. And you've got to hope that the band was professional as possible, but as a musician, you know what it's like if you've done a gig and you've come out and the band outnumber the audience. You know, we've all had like pub gigs like that where there's just nobody's turned up. It's hard to put on the best show because you just feel really demoralised. Now, a really professional band should be able to overcome that, but there's still that nagging doubt that are they going to have done the best gig they possibly could if they come out and see like a half-empty arena? So for the people who did make it in there, are they going to get the best show that they possibly could out of the band? So I'm making this video kind of to get something off my chest, but as much as anything, to name and shame particularly the Utility Arena, Newcastle upon Tyne. You know, guys, that was just dreadful organisation. It really did spoil the concert going experience, and it just tainted the whole, really for me, the whole thing of going back to see live music. I've been to a couple of gigs before this one. One was, to be fair, was all right, but it was quite a low key affair. Like I say, that one before that, organisation could have been better. It was a little bit tight. The last one I went to, say the one at the Utility Arena, just absolutely dreadful. So if you want to chime in the comments section, I'd be interested in knowing what's your concert going experience been like recently. Like I say, mine not been too good, and I'd be interested to know if you've had similar experiences. Okay, that was a bit of a diversion, bit of a rant, but just a video that I felt like making. Normal service will be resumed shortly. In the meantime, usual stuff, click like, click subscribe, click the bell icon to get notifications. Comment if you'd like to join in the conversation. If you've got something specific you want to ask me about video content, whether it's about guitar playing, music theory, anything like that, go here. Fill that form in. I get notified on comments on YouTube videos. It's a little bit erratic sometimes, so if you fill in that form, your question comes direct to me so I can get around to answering it in a future video. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.